Hi, welcome to another episode of My Cuba County. We're here today with Ronda Darby. She's a local acupuncturist, and she's going to give us a little insight on how the world of acupuncture works. Welcome.
Hello.
How long have you been doing this?
So I've been practicing acupuncture for 2 years now.
Okay, and how'd you get involved in doing acupuncture? What led you down this path?
Well, I have been interested in medicine my whole life, but as I got older, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I became interested in energy medicine and herbalism, and I wondered if there was something out there that could marry these concepts together. And I found an acupuncture school not too far from Auburn, right in Seneca Falls. So I decided to attend and see if it was something I could work with, and it turned out to be a wonderful, very applicable medicine.
Oh, very nice. Now, I know a lot of people sometimes poo-poo like massage or acupuncture, and it really is science-based. It's not something that's just somebody's making it up.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. So there is actually a good sized evidence base for acupuncture. It is a very evidence-based medicine in that acupuncturists had to follow the same procedures that any medication, any new procedure in medicine has had to go through random controlled double-blind trials, and the results are published and peer-reviewed. And we've actually gotten to where the World Health Organization recognizes over 50 conditions as being treatable with acupuncture, including migraine, low back pain, insomnia. And then there are some conditions that are not technically on the list that I've had great success with, including anxiety, digestive troubles, and really just contributing to somebody's overall well-being when they feel something's missing.
Now, and probably a lot of people think it's a one and done kind of thing, but it's really kind of a process that you have to go through.
It is a process. In some cases, if somebody were to come in with an acute condition, we may be able to resolve it quickly. They may not need many sessions, but if somebody has a chronic ailment that they've been dealing with, we usually say that you should take 1 month of weekly treatment for every year that you've had a condition.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. What did you find the hardest about starting your own business? Myself, knowing a lot of people, they're like, oh, you're so lucky, you can make your own schedule. I find it a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You're working a lot of crazy hours. People make fun of me in the morning because I'm sending messages or putting things on Facebook, Instagram, and you'll see the timestamp is like 5 a.m. and they're like, what are you doing?
Yes, you've really gotta hustle to get it together and find that balance.
Right.
There is nobody to blame. When you have your own business, you're responsible pretty much for everything, including hiring staff, which I don't have at this time. But I found the hardest part is just the insecurity. Am I doing things right? On the business aspect, because obviously I want to do everything I can for my patients as an acupuncturist, and then coming out and turning around and being the front desk person and doing taxes and things like that has been just a whole other level of
it's hard to learn. You didn't go to school for that.
No, we had one class at the end, but
Right. Along with resume writing.
yes. So it's the insecurity for me of just, am I doing the right thing?
Right. And how are you feeling about it now after 2 years? Are you feeling like you're really loving it, and that you're helping people? That's what your ultimate goal was, right?
Yes, I do feel like I love practicing acupuncture. I love what I do. I do feel like it gives people a lot of benefit. There are definitely some aspects of the business portion I could, button up and be a little bit more on top of, but I'm willing to do that. So for one example would be taking a class to accept insurance. That's something I may look into in the future.
But you do take FSA, flex spending dollars, and you can run the cards.
Yes.
And do you take credit cards and that kind of thing?
Yeah,
yep.
Cash, check, credit card, pretty much any payment that
that's
people
good.
need to get.
Because especially now, a lot of people are,
contactless.
Yeah.
But even
crazy.
a check is fine. So
yeah. It's crazy some of the things we've been through,
it is,
which is how a lot of these things have happened, bringing community together. You want to stay local, and you want to have an expert you can go to, because a lot of people don't want to travel, or they want somebody they know or can depend on. So somebody knows your sister's brother's husband, so it's nice when we can all work together to keep this community tight.
Because I think you have to know who you can rely on locally. There are going to be some things that you just can't outsource, and healthcare is one of them. You know, if you need to see a doctor or you need to see somebody about a condition, you need to see that person. You know, telehealth has been great, but sometimes you still just need to know who you can walk into their office, and see. So I'd like to be that person for the community.
What's the best way for everybody to contact you?
So just through my business cell phone, that's 315-224-2288, nice and easy to remember. So texting is great just because it's a solidified message, you can get back whenever, but I'm also totally not against talking on the phone, giving consults over the phone, asking, people questions about, their medical interview. We can start that over the phone too, so they can get an idea if I can help them or not. So that's something that I've done, is kind of talked with people almost like they were here and we were going to do a treatment, asking the same questions and seeing what they have to, tell me about their condition is perfect. Is a good way. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you putting me in your schedule so we could get this done and people could get to know you and hopefully that people will take a look at this interview, and we'll go from there, and they'll start following you and depending on you, and let's get her some business here so we can keep everybody local.
All right.
We appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.